Good morning, Centerville, and welcome to the Coffee at the Continental show. We're here to get you up and on the go. So come on down and have an espresso or a simple old cup of joe and watch a Coffee at the Continental show. Good morning, Centerville. Good morning, good day, good latte. Yeah. Good day, Centerville, Iowa. We are at Stop 2 on the Drake series, The Columns. And today I'm here again with Cheryl White from CRI and also Garry Zentz from both The Columns and Bradley Hall. That's correct, Garry?
Yep.
And Deb Robinson.
Hi.
Great to have you back, Deb.
Thank
Thank you guys so much for taking some time out of your day.
We love it when you come, Doug.
The building, a lot of history behind this building, circa
95, and it's a southern plantation style, and hence the columns. And where the cars drive under used to be the carriages, that's called the portico. And a friend of mine, Jim Sr., his cousins lived here for a while, and they were the Jennings family. And everyone, when they come in the columns, enter the foyer, and then where the cash register is, they think that's also part of the foyer, and then where the dining room is, they think that's the living room. But actually there was two dining rooms, the very large formal dining room in the center of the house, because in 1895, dinner was the most important meal of the day, and that's where most of the people hung out, was in the dining room. The kids were always relegated to the sub porch, which is right here on my right, with the doors closed, and the talks of the day, the political talks and so forth, all took place around the dining room table. That table had a buzzer on it where they could ring the maid whenever they wanted her to come in and bring the food. And she was very strict, and the kids always had to use proper English and be on their best behavior around her. They were more respectful of her than anybody else in the house. And then when you walked in the front door, there's a large spinning wheel, about 5 foot tall. So if there was any spare time during the day, everybody had to do spinning to get, because you realize if you wanted some socks that stretched, you really had to spin your wool and make your own yarn and knit them. So they would give, otherwise they'd be made out of a woven fabric. All of the fireplaces in the house you can hear through, so and the air vents, so the kids used to listen through those. As a matter of fact, Garry was having a conversation the other day with one of our vendors, and by the way, we have excellent vendors here at the college.
Yes.
And I could hear the conversation. I was up cleaning the other room, and I didn't want to eavesdrop, but I could still hear him, so I just went downstairs instead, so I wouldn't be hiding. But lots of adventures took place in the house. It does have a great basement, which is unusual. It is dry, and that was used for storing canned goods. And we've moved all the Crocs downstairs. We have quite a collection of Crocs here at the Columns. And it seems like Crocs go in the basement, so
Right.
that's where we keep them. Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And the first person to own this, do you know
Woodens?
a little bit about the Woodens?
Well, I know the Wooden family. I've lived here for 36 years, and Shy Wooden was probably a relative of the Woodens that built this house, and he used to have the Brown Shoe Fit store here on the square, and he and his wife built the very first Better Homes and Garden floor plan house in Centerville, which happens to be right across the street from Bradley Hall. And Better Homes and Garden magazine, in the late 40s and early 50s, started designing homes and selling the floor plans, much like Sears and Roebuck, but at Sears, you could buy the whole house in a kit and it would be out of the catalog.
Oh, right.
And so they built the first house, and it's a modern house on Drake Avenue that now has an attached garage, but when it was originally built, it did not have an attached garage. But those were the Woodens I know, and they have been here a long time, so in my mind, they are related to the Woodens that built this house. And Doc Jennings, he had a market on the square, and I believe it's kind of maybe where J&K or Home Collection is now. And his biggest competitor were the boys that started High B, which was in the what they take over.
Which is our stop tomorrow.
Yeah. So those two were in competition, Doc Jennings and then the High B.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Great. So tell us a little bit about some of the products here. The tiles, for instance.
Oh my gosh, yes. They're from California, handmade and hand painted. And the tiles are pressed. Well, actually, they're rolled out by hand, and then they have a stamp. And each tile is stamped individually, then hand glazed and baked. And they come in 11 by 15 size, and they also come in an 8 by 8. Both can hang on the wall. The 8 by 8s are standalone or put on an easel. The colors have depth and clarity and beauty. We have a variety of styles that go from wine country to the beach to powder room. We even have one that is a Jimmy Buffett fan that says it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So they're beautifully done and make a lovely gift, and they're only $15.95 and $34.95. So
wow.
they make
And
a
now
nice
these,
presentation.
there is not two that are alike.
No.
Even the ones that are the same, they're not.
Right, because of the hand rolling little thickness, and then and then the hand glazing. Right, so no two are exactly alike. Even if you bought the grapes in the wine bottle, yours wouldn't be like someone else's.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, wow. And the other room that I love, the Fight Like a Girl, the closet.
Okay, the closet in the Bohemian Room, and we just named it the Bohemian Room because of the way it's decorated. It was probably called the North Bedroom at one time. But in that closet we do feature Fight Like a Girl clothing and merchandise, which is pink and black, of course. Many varieties: tank tops, t-shirts, hoodies, regular sweatshirts, throws, blankets, travel mugs, post-it notes, suckers, purses, house slippers, tote bags, and
Wow.
everything.
Everything.
Is Fight Like a Girl.
Everything.
Yeah.
Now, what about this hot sauce? This hot sauce line and.
Right. It does have an ingenious name that I can't mention on the camera, but it does involve a body part that you sit on, and it has great packaging, great flavor, but it's really hot. And we have salsa, chili mixing, cornbread mixes, popcorn, jellies, jams, and at Christmas, if many of you have been in here, the red pepper raspberry jam we mixed with cream cheese and sampled it out on pretzels and sell a case a day. It's very good. Very popular.
Wow, good. I definitely have to buy some of that.
Teriyaki marinade, so it's getting grilling time, especially today. Look at this weather. We could grill our chicken, and it's wonderful.
Right. And just a lot of other great things. I noticed the stack of benches the trunks. Yeah, the stack of trunks.
Okay, that was my doing because I think if you make something really hard to get to, so we stacked 10 trunks from the floor to the ceiling, that somebody will want the bottom one. And they do, so it works. We stack, Chris Kessner over at J&K says, stack them high, sell them cheap. Yeah. Well, so I stacked it high and sell them. I don't know about
and it worked.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
But it looks, they make a statement, and that's a decorating idea that anybody can take home. You can stack baskets, you could stack trunks, you could make a stack of sewing baskets or picnic baskets or just small boxes and do it on a tabletop. But what we try to do here at the Columns is give everyone an idea of how they can take any merchandise or what they already have, work it into something new and get a total new look for their home.
Yeah, I really, really, really love that. Anything else you guys like to add?
Well, we have 16 vendors here at the Columns and lots of great merchandise and a diversity of merchandise. And we have the philosophy where we take merchandise that looks great together and put it together. However, Garry, he's taking over the management here, and he is going to start renting spaces. So we'd like for people to come and rent a space with me.
Yeah, there's room to rent and do their own thing. They can make their own displays and do whatever they want to and carry whatever product that they need.
Correct.
And there's a big opportunity there. Also, the Columns is going to be buying a lot of new merchandise, and the new vendors be bringing in new merchandise. So it'll be a of growth and progress.
And if they need any help, we'll help them.
Sure.
We'll help them move it in or set it up if they want any advice along those
Great.
lines.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Deb.
Oh,
great to see you
you
again.
bet, Doug.
And Gary, thank you, and great to meet you here for the first time now.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be right back with a little brief overview of the tour of the series. We'll be back.
See ya.
We are back, and Jeff Comstock, of course, joining us to do the community updates. But first, Cheryl, let's go over the stops in the Drake tour real quick for everyone if they're joining us today, so they kind of know what's going on.
Okay. Well, we were at Honey Creek Resort first. That was our first stop. And now we're at stop 2, the Columns. And we will be heading to Maytag next. And we're also going to be seeing one-of-a-kind bed and breakfast, Fashion by Haltree, the Continental Hotel and Restaurant, Appanese County Historical Museum, the Drake Public Library, shops at Bradley Hall, Manhattan Steakhouse and Golf Club, and then our last stop is Excellent Country Store.
Awesome.
So we have a lot to see still.
We do have a lot to see. This is only show 2, so we will be at Maytag tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Jeff, would you like to do the community updates for us?
Sure. The speech contest, February 26th at Centerville High School. Over 20 schools will be competing there, and they will be competing from 8 to 4 that day, so get out there and watch them. And if you want to volunteer to be a concession worker, or a timer, or a chairperson, or a runner, or anything like that, give Laura DePrizio a call. It's 856-0818 because they do need volunteers. The Friends of Drake raffle tickets are available at the library until April 3rd. We would like to give a big thanks to all the friends of the library and the generous merchants who have given things to raffle off. The CHS Concert Band will be having a concert at Centerville High School in the auditorium on March 1st. The Drama Club Spring Play will be on March 18th with an encore performance on the 19th.
Nice.
Yes. The prom fundraiser. There are can donations being accepted at L&P Redemption on North Main Street, which is right over there, right off the square. And Appanese County Weekly Meals, we always like to mention these guys. It's a really good cause, so if you need a meal, get out there and get a free meal. If you want a nice home cooked meal, but you have a couple bucks to throw them, go ahead and donate it because they do work hard and it is really good food. And if you do need a ride out there, be sure to call Vicki Dishner at 641-895-2949 before 4 o'clock on Monday, and she will get you a ride there, and she will get you a ride back.
Awesome.
Yes. And as always, last but not least, the Pitch Sports Show every Wednesday night live at Hy-Vee. So get out there and see them live or listen to them on the radio, or if you miss them on Wednesday, you can always catch their podcast at thepitchsportshow.com. Kyle Oker doing a great job with that website.
Yes. All right, so this is Stop 2 on the Drake series, The Columns, and tomorrow we will be at Maytag, Stop 3.
Yep.
All right, Centerville, we will see you later. Cheryl, thank you again so much for being here and giving us this opportunity to get this out to the community. Centerville, we will see you later.